and welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. All right, how many times have you guys heard my favorite topics are real estate and food? Yay, this is a food day. With me is Crissy from Baked by Crissy?
Yes, Baked by Crissy.
But no H.
No H.
Okay, is that how your parents wanted it? No H?
It's actually a nickname that was given to me growing up, and I kind of just, my mom actually did spell it with an H, and I kind of revised it and did it without it.
Okay, your driver's license have an H?
Nope, my driver's license has my legal name, which is Crystal.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right, so in front of me is like some cupcakes?
Yes.
And a couple cookies that you brought in. Why'd you get in this?
So I got into baking because I needed something to keep me busy while I was raising my son.
Okay. And, I mean, were you a kitchen person? Are you someone that likes to cook?
Somewhat, yeah. I would always like bake and cook just for friends, like at work, co-workers, and just, tell everybody, hey, try this out. I made this. And over the years, it kind of just continued to grow, and people would say, hey, can you make me this? Can you make me that? And I'm like, okay. And then eventually it was just like a little light bulb went off, and I'm like, well, maybe I should like really invest into this. Yep.
Okay. So, how long are you doing this?
So
as a business?
As a business, it's going to be almost 4 years in January.
Wow. Okay. So, how come you're not 800 pounds?
Everybody always asks me that.
Well, because, that's what it is when you're in the food industry. Like, again, everybody knows me. I'm in the food space with chocolate. And I get yelled at if I go get a Hershey bar. Okay. And my wife loves Nutrageous. Even though that chocolate is so bad because it has PRPG, which is wax.
Oh, wow.
And people don't know. They go out and buy and say, oh, it's great chocolate. No, it's not. It's wax. Okay, that's why it could sit on a shelf for 10 years and still be
for so
right.
long.
So, what makes like this cup besides the decorating? Because you decorate your own. You don't just do cupcakes, right? You
Nope.
do regular cakes.
I do custom cakes. That's my specialty. All the fancy stuff.
When you say fancy, what's fancy?
Like custom. So whatever designs that.
So if I want to make a mouse cake, you can make that.
Correct.
If I want one that look like a video camera, you can make that.
Yep.
Do you watch a lot of Food Network?
Sometimes.
Okay.
When I first started, yes.
Because I still watch Food Network.
Yes.
But like the holiday baking shows.
Yep.
I don't like holiday baking wars, but I like the other ones. I'm not looking for these big things. I'm looking for someone who bakes something that I would be able to at least attempt at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's not wood and styrofoam and all kinds of other stuff. It's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the food space. I love the kitchen. I don't like fondant.
Me neither.
Okay, do you use a lot of? I mean, you have to because it gives you that smooth, clean look.
Well, not me. That's not what I specialize in. All of my cakes are buttercream based, and I do work with fondant for like the details, like the add-ons. But I hate covering a cake in full fondant.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Okay, so you come up with a recipe. Who's the sucker that has to taste it? These come from experiences in my world, in the chocolate world.
So my son actually is my biggest. He's always in the kitchen looking for something. Yep.
Okay, so what's his favorite?
He loves everything. Chocolate, vanilla. He loves it all. If you ask him, he'll tell you he loves every single one of them.
Okay, so what's the biggest seller that you sell?
So my biggest seller is
simple.
My strawberry crunch cake flavor.
Okay.
And my almond, which I brought you a sample of.
Yeah, I know. They just sit here calling my name. But if you didn't call my name, okay, Edgar keeps looking past that camera. Make sure they're all still there. What's in the cookies in?
The cookies are just a vanilla sprinkle cookie. They're my cake cookies, so they're not your typical like hard cookie. It's more of a softer cookie.
Oh yeah, even I could eat it. Even at this old age, I could probably take out my teeth and eat it. But it doesn't always happen that way. Okay, so you get into this. And you say, hey, look, I found this little niche of what I can do. Do you do like, I know for us, because I'm just picking off of what things that we are asked, for bridal showers, weddings, not to make cakes, 'cause we don't make cakes, but the little truffles as a gift. Do you do a lot of that stuff?
I do get a lot of a lot of kids' birthdays, but I do get a lot of weddings and like baby showers, other kind of like corporate events. So kind of a little bit of everything.
Has it changed since you started? Like, has the industry changed since you started?
I think so. I think so. There's a lot of more like creativity going on in the baking world. A lot of cool new stuff. It's always revolving. Nothing ever stays the same. And I think people like that, like the clients. They're looking for something different, not what you can go into Publix or Walmart
Right.
and find.
Now, with that said, has technology affected your industry? Like, do you still do? I mean, I'm sure you have to do a lot by hand.
Yes, yes.
But are there now, like even in the chocolate industry, we hand temper, but we have tempering machines. There's technology that helps us. I'm sure that, let's see if I can, KitchenAid.
Like the KitchenAid, the mixers.
Yeah, they've been around forever.
Yes.
And they're probably a standard in most kitchens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we use them. Probably the best of the best is the KitchenAid when it comes to mixes.
You think so?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think the off brands are pretty good.
Are they?
Yeah.
But again, we don't do a lot of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Most of the stuff we mix are hand mixed. When you temper chocolate, it's a whole process. You just don't. It just doesn't come out tempered.
Yeah.
You got to raise it to a temperature, drop it to temperature, and stuff. What's the hardest part of your job?
The hardest part would be the time that it takes me to do all like the intricate details in a cake. Like
Okay.
the baking doesn't take long, the frosting doesn't take long. I mean, of course, all that takes time, but it's when you start really putting it together and doing all those little fine details that take hours sometimes.
Really?
Yes.
Do you tell everybody in the house, be quiet, I'm busy?
No, not really. I kind of, when I'm like baking and doing cakes, I kind of zone out. I'm in my zone. I'm either like binge watching a Netflix series or something just to keep my mind busy or listening to music.
Does
So-
your other half help?
No.
Not at
He
all?
stays out of the way.
Oh, I don't know. Is that a good thing or not a good thing?
I don't know. I guess both.
I mean,
He's
I
not
get-
a big sweet person either.
Really?
So yeah.
Oh, wow. I get, like, I'll be watching TV or on the computer doing something, and I'll get, she'll come with the spoon, the back of the spoon, and say, taste it. This is ganache from the inside. Taste this.
Uh-huh.
What kind of flavors do you put inside your cakes?
I do all kinds. So I have the strawberry, I do almonds, cookies and cream. You have your chocolate. I do lemon. So lots of different.
What gets asked for the most?
Strawberry crunch cookies and cream.
Really?
Yeah. Of course, vanilla gets ordered a lot because that's like the simple flavor that is good with everybody, But the people that like to try new flavors and venture out, then they get all the fun stuff.
That wouldn't be me. I would be, is this chocolate cake? Even when we have, like, a birthday here, we celebrate, and we'll get a quick cake and stuff, and I'm like, make sure you get something with chocolate in it. Gotta have something with chocolate in it. And I've always been a chocolate, and my wife is vanilla.
It really
ice
does the
cream?
opposite.
Yeah. That's what makes us walk
Do you
around.
like Nutella?
No,
No.
no.
That one's a big one for me.
Is it?
Chocolate and Nutella combination, yes.
But is it, like, is Nutella like hazelnut?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know they make, like, these praline cookies.
Uh-huh.
And I remember my daughter one time when she flew down here, she brought those cookies, and then we were addicted to them for a while.
The pralines are good.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
All right. So with that said, do you make different kind of cookies, or because we were talking about cakes, do you do just cakes, or you do some I mean, I know you bought. us-
I do a lot of cakes and cupcakes. Occasionally, I would do other options. So if somebody's having like a baby shower or a wedding and they want other dessert options to do like a whole spread on a table,
Right.
then I would do like cookies. I do dessert shooters. I do dipped strawberries, Rice Krispie treats, a bunch of other stuff.
Dip strawberries in chocolate.
Yep. Dipped strawberries.
That's
and chocolate.
okay. So that's a skill in itself, because fruit doesn't bode well over any period of time longer than 10 minutes. So you have to really treat the fruit before you do it, especially bananas.
Right. Excuse me, prep them, yeah.
Yeah. So most people say, "Oh, I love chocolate covered bananas." Oh, really? Why is it so expensive? Well, because it's prep work. Unless you want the banana to be stale by the time I finish it, and the 6 minutes it gets to your house.
Yep.
Okay. Those things, and then a lot of people today in everything look for the simple way out. Okay. They buy chocolate melts. We temper our chocolate. they go and buy Betty Crocker cake mix. You make your cake mix.
You could doctor it, yep. There's
Okay.
all kinds of different ways.
So there's an art to baking, as there is to most things. And like I tell everybody, if you want it right, use a professional. What's the future for your company?
I hope to continue to grow. Like I said, in the 4 years upcoming, I feel like every year I've expanded and grown, and I just look forward to being a part of more celebrations and being able to create beautiful designs and for people, but only to, make myself better in my craft.
Now you're a home-based business, like
Home
we
base,
are.
Yes.
So does it dominate your house?
Somewhat, not really. I mean, I feel like I've outgrown my space, but I'm still making it work. Everything has a space, everything has a spot, and
I mean, because you have the real world too. I have a 4-bedroom house, so I have the kitchen and the dining room. The dining room has all shelves, okay, and then I have another bedroom that's all the baskets
Like
and all the stuff.
storage.
Yeah, because it seems to, as you grow in the business, it seems to take over more and more.
You do.
It's got a life of its own.
You just keep adding on. Like now I have 4 mixers. I started off with only one, and I feel like every year I keep adding one. So
Okay, so if you're in the middle of making something, you make it in the kitchen?
Yep.
Does that mean that everybody has to go out to eat because you can't touch anything in the kitchen?
Yep. If nothing is like pre-made already, if there's nothing prepped in the fridge for them to grab, it's either get something from outside or wait till I'm done. Yeah.
So here's a question: does the stuff that you do, does it absorb the odors in the air? In other words, if you were making cake mix and your other half was making bacon on the stove, would that smell come into the cake mix? We have that with chocolate.
It happens with chocolate.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't think that would happen. I've never been in that scenario to do that. Like I said, if I'm in there working, everybody's out. So, but yeah, I mean, obviously when you're doing from home, you have a lot of, it's not like a commercial kitchen,
Right.
So you have other factors. That's why you can't, do like gluten-free or, allergens and certain stuff that people may be allergic to because you have cross-contamination, so.
Okay, so we are big into, no, we don't do gluten-free, even
Yeah,
though
me neither.
even though chocolate's gluten-free anyway. We don't do vegan,
I do vegan.
do you?
But as a personal preference, not for allergies.
Vegan's a tough one to do in chocolate,
Okay.
okay? Because I don't think you can use milk, right?
Because you can't have milk.
Yeah.
The dairy.
So it's like, how about eggs? Can't have eggs either.
Nope.
So baking and eggs, they seem to go together,
Yeah.
right? When you're baking, you're using eggs. I mean, there's always alternatives,
Yeah, of course.
okay? But does it take away from what you're trying to accomplish?
The what?
Using stuff that's vegan friendly as compared to like a regular egg and butter and
Not necessarily. I mean, I found what works for me. So
Right.
a lot of people actually like my vegan. And if I don't tell you that it's vegan, you would not even know. But nope. I mean, I don't use the eggs and I don't use the dairy. But, of course, I sub for like almond or coconut milk. And then now, I mean, they have all kinds of stuff now. So like the butter, you have the dairy-free butter, which is how I make the frosting. So
when you say dairy-free butter, growing up, that was margarine. Okay, that's what my parents used. No butter, because I was brought up in a Jewish household. So when you brought up in a Jewish household, you can't mix milk with meat.
Oh, yeah.
So you had to have margarine. So you can have the. I was like, you know what? This is way too much things to have to concern yourself with and worry about. Like I know for us, one of the hardest parts of figuring out what to do was really the packaging. Okay? Because people don't understand that I could go and buy a cupcake for $1, okay? Or I can buy a cupcake for $4 that's handcrafted, custom done, and then the packaging costs money because I can't buy 42,000 boxes.
Yeah.
We buy a lot and then we have to label it, package it, our time.
It's all a process.
Right. It's a process and a cost. We always looking for what it would cost per cookie or for our truffles are $4, and they're like that big. Okay, and people say $4 a truffle. Yeah, that's what truffles go for. And we put alcohol in them, and we don't put alcohol in them. We put real alcohol.
Yeah.
So this stuff is not cheap. if you're gonna buy good quality stuff, it's not cheap.
Yep.
What's your favorite thing to make?
Um,
I don't have any strawberry crunch thing because I've heard that twice.
No, banana pudding. Actually, strawberry banana pudding is
Really?
is a client favorite. That's like a big seller for
What's
me.
your favorite?
I like the strawberry banana pudding.
Do you?
Yeah, I mean, I make cakes, but I'm actually not a cake person either. I like
Okay.
all the other stuff, like the brownies and the cookies. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna tell us how do people find you? You have a website?
Yes, my website is www.bakedbycrissy.com.
And a phone number?
Yes, the number is 772-301-9377.
And they can find you, of course, on Facebook.
Yep, I'm on Facebook. Facebook is blissful.baking.bycrissy, and Instagram is baked by Crissy.
Okay, so Edgar's been looking and looking. I'm going to toss this over to Edgar if he can catch. Ready, Edgar? Here we go. I'm going to eat it. And then when we're done, we'll probably, all these 6 will be gone in like, I don't know, 5 minutes. Are they all the same?
Nope, so you have strawberry and then you have almond. So you have 2 flavors.
Because I'm not a big strawberry person. So good thing you
Are you going to at least try it?
Yeah.
At least half, a bite?
Yes. I hate to mess up the thing I worked so hard to set up.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the strawberry.
Yep.
I don't want. See? Now it's all over me. Oh, that's really good.
We need honest reviews here.
Well, because I can taste the almond. And I like almond cookies. So
Okay, I love almond. I'm a big
Do you?
almond person, yeah.
look. Oh, you're lucky I don't know you that well. Else you'd be wearing it. I just don't want to waste it.
Might be safe to say it was good, right?
No, no. Very good. What's really good about it, over and above others, is it's not oversweet.
A combination of both the frosting and the cake.
Mm-hmm. Not oversweet. Something that's too sweet, really, in my opinion, overtakes the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Your hand make the frosting?
Yep.
That's really good.
Yeah, we don't
What's
use
really cool
any
is I'll
of
be able to
the-
throw you out and I can eat the other 2. I'm hoping that those guys like strawberry. Hey, Edgar, you like strawberry? Yeah. And I don't care what Melissa likes. She'll eat what the hell we give her. This is not a democracy here. Are these the same flavors that you'll get in a cake?
Yes, you can get the same cake flavors.
Okay, one more time because we really ran out of time. But what's your website again?
It's www.bakedbycrissy.com.
And a phone number?
772-301-9377.
All right, guys. The reason that we're going to go and I'm not eating another one is because it's over my hands. I really need a napkin, and I didn't think to bring one. And I really didn't want to open it because it was like so nice. It's like packaged right. Can't really mess it up. Crissy, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Everything was delicious. I have a cookie waiting for me. Edgar already has one. And I'll be nice enough and give out to the staff the 3 strawberry ones. I really won't because I'll probably cut one and try to at least taste it.
Okay.
You know. With that, everybody, have a great day. Check Crissy out. We'll be right back.